Welcome to project number 2 in our 3 Crafty Elves Advent Calendar Craft Along 2025 with Anna, Heather, and Jennifer. So this is my third project, and still I'm featuring the Banner Sayings stamp set and the 3 Banner Punch by Stampin' Up! For all of my 4 projects. So this is day number 3 for me, but if you did get our Advent Calendar, then this will be your card kit in your package number 15. You have all the supplies that you need to make this card. And I thought I share a fun technique, really quick and easy, on how to turn your paper scraps into stencils, because there's actually something really fun and unique you can do with the 3 banner punch. I have my stamps mounted so I can put that aside. So we know that the punch, it's unavailable, as I said in my previous video tutorials. By the way, if you missed them, I will link them up here, card 1 and 2. And also at the end of this video, I will link yesterday's project so you can enjoy this tutorial first, and then at the end, you can hop back and watch the other 2. And we know that this punch is unavailable until the end of January. It should be back in stock until then. So if you did get our craft along the Advent calendar to craft along with us and get some extra goodies, then we will have included all the bits and pieces for that for you, okay? So let me show you. This is the card, a really colorful, bright, happy birthday card with a little bit of sparkle. So I think it's perfect for, now that we're going into the winter season. So let me show you the bits and pieces that are included in your card kit, or if you want to make this card on your own, what you're going to need. I have a basic white thick cardstock card base, 8.5 by 5.5, score and folded on the long side at 4.25. So our very general A2 card size, actually, I think it is. And then we have a few more pieces that I have prepared. You have, or you will need, a piece of Summer Splash cardstock cut to, oh gosh, I want to say it's, yeah, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. By the way, all the measurements will be in your PDF tutorial that you will also receive if you did get the Advent calendar. So that's that piece there. We can put that aside for a second. And then in one of your early on packages in your Advent calendar, you have a sampling of the Petunia Pop Iridescent Ribbon. This was actually part of one of our Halloween suites. So, but I think it's just so perfect with all that sparkle and all that shimmer. So you're gonna need 2 pieces of that. I mean, that's how I prefer to do my my ribbon most of the time. But you can also just cut one longer piece if you're confident with tying bows like right away. So, but anyways, those are those pieces. And then you will have, or you will need, a piece of 3 by 3 basic white cardstock. And what we did was, here we punched out the banners in basic white that we used on other cards. So it's really a 2-for-1 kind of thing. So, but don't throw this away. We put it into your card kits on purpose. And basically, like I said, it's cut to 3 by 3. You punch it out, and let me show you, it lines up perfectly in our punches. So let's see, it was going this way. So as you can see, really just you line it up in there pretty much, and then you punch out your pieces, and you can use your banners. We're going to use the middle one actually on this card. But like I said, don't throw this away, because we're going to use that as our stencil. And let me put that aside for a second, the banner. So last piece you're going to need is, I don't know if you can tell, this is the, let me zoom in a little bit. Can you see? So this is another piece of the Whispers of Texture specialty paper, and this is cut to 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to create our own little fun blended background there. So I'm going to put my card aside because I'm worried I'm going to mess that up. And I will place it. It doesn't matter so much. If you wanted to, you could kind of keep this in place. How about we try that? So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive here on the back side just to kind of keep it in place. Like so. And then I will use my scrap here as a mask. I hope this works out because it is a little bit different with the camera hanging over there, so bear with me. And the colors I'm using are, let me put those in order, are Summer Splash, Petunia Pop. I try to not make too much noise with that glass board. And Peach Pie. By the way, if you're wondering, this is our glass mat studio package or something. So it's a large glass mat, like kind of work surface, really great. I love it for blending. That's why I brought it into the video today, and I'll tell you in a second why. And it's an online exclusive, and it comes with a few extra really cool tools. So yeah, definitely check it out in the online store of Stampin' Up. So, and then you will need, but you could, I mean, this would work with any kind of fun color combination. And then you're going to need some blending brushes. So let's see here. We're going to start with Summer Splash first. So it's been a while since I made that card, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I hope it all works out. Okay, so instead of, you could use, of course, you could use some, let me make some room here. You could use some scrap paper, you know, as your surface. But the big advantage of using a glass, kind of like a smooth surface, is actually that you're not wasting so much ink. So because what we usually do is, so let me line this up, and I think, so it's, I want to make sure that this tail end here, that pointy end, is hanging just right over there. So I'm going to try and hold this down. If you have magnets, you could put these down to keep everything in place, but I'll try my best and just do it with my fingers. So wish me luck. So anyways, I'm tapping my blending brush into my ink pad. Usually we tap it off, right? So then we're just going to apply some Summer Splash here onto our specialty paper. I know I'm going to have stiff fingers after that. So what I love about this is that I can use it. Again, I can pick up that ink. If you're just using scrap paper, that doesn't work so much. And you decide how intense you want your ink blending to be. So I went pretty dark on my sample card, but to keep this video short, I was trying to think of the right word, short, I'm going to just keep it a little bit lighter. So it's really up to you how much intensity you want. So now, without trying to move that, I will move on to my next ink pad. So whoop, let me get my fingers out there. We're moving on to Petunia Pop, and I will do the same thing. So picking up some ink. And now try not to make this wiggle too much, and try and find a different spot. So that's why I like to use the smaller one, actually, because it's right in the middle. So I'm trying not to, oh yeah, I touched it over there a little bit, but that's okay. So, and then we will move on to our next color. So I'll leave that there. And I just got ink all over my blending brush. Oh gosh. And my mask just slipped. Oh, great. Okay. So let me try and line this up again. That's okay. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, and then some peach pie. Let's bring that in here. So if you do have the smaller blending brushes, they will probably work a little bit better than the big ones. But I'll show you in a second on my sample card. I actually have a little bit of like ink blending between the peach pie and the Petunia Pop, and I don't know, it kind of looks fun. So, all right, there we go. And now, seriously? Okay, I guess we're going back in there because we want to do this right. Okay, so now I have to, oh boy, oh boy, I should have moved that. I wasn't paying attention. I should have moved that there. Let's see if we can salvage this. Okay, so just that little end there. I think we can fix that. So definitely every card is going to be different. So don't even try and make them all look the same. That's probably not going to work out. Okay. Can you tell it's Monday? That's how projects a lot of time. I was about to put this into the peach pie. Oh my goodness. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything will turn out great. It's a handmade card. And my fingers, it's so cold. I'm in Southeast Missouri, and I'm sure there's other places where it's even like colder, much colder. But my fingers are actually a little bit stiff. So let me just fix it up there because we got to do it a second time. We got to repeat this to continue our pattern. So just bear with me. You can laugh. You can laugh at me. You can laugh with me. I prefer the latter, but it's okay. All right, we'll leave it at that. Okay, but as you can see, just a little cute, fun pattern there. So, and then we'll move it down here and we will repeat that. And now we'll be a little bit smarter and we will actually line it up where it's supposed to go. So decide how far you want it to go down. I think I had quite the distance up there, so let's see if that's going to work out. The middle is going to be covered up anyway. So now that we have our summer splash in place anyway, so let's go with that here. We have a saying in German, and for those of you who are completely new to me, have never seen any of my videos, I'm a native German living in Southeast Missouri. So every now and then I sprinkle in some of our German sayings, and I'm trying my best to translate, maybe not word for word, but because you know how that goes with sayings, that doesn't always work out, but in kind of like the meaning of it. And now I completely lost my train of thought there, going on that tangent. Oh, we like to say the luck is with the brave. I don't know if there's an English version of that. So, I'll be brave. I'll be brave in this video tutorial. Okay, and I'm bringing in my petunia pop again. I'll keep that off screen here for a second. And I didn't even tab off, so this is going to be way more intense. Can you see that? Can you see all that ink up here on my blending brush? That's how much of a mess I am this Monday. It's Monday morning. So I was knocked out pretty badly last week. I was hoping to pre-record all my videos last week, but then I was knocked out with a stomach bug. So I'm catching up. But we want to stay on track, on schedule with our videos for this advent calendar. So we'll be fine. We're almost done. Almost done with the tricky part. So there we go. Are we going to leave it at that? Yes, before we mess it up, because I'm afraid I will. All right, so there we go. Just a fun idea. And yeah, now I have to clean up my mat there, but that's okay. So, and as you can see here, you might have a little bit of blending there, but if you use the smaller brushes, it would work a little bit better. But I just thought it looked really cool because this design of the whispers of texture really does have like a watercolor paper kind of texture. So I thought giving it this kind of watercolor look on it in very specific shapes would just look really fun. So you can let me know in the comments if you've tried this before. using your scraps from punches or die cuts as stencils. So let me just clean up a little bit because I'm really afraid I'm going to make even more of a mess than this needs to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to put my mat over there. I don't know where my cleaning wipes are right now. Oh, let's see. Can I use my chamois? Yes, I can. There actually is a chamois that comes with this glass mat. So you could use that. And now I'm going to have adhesive on my chamois. Oh, gosh. Note to myself, when I re-watch this video, I got to clean my chamois, some adhesive out of that. But that's okay. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. So now this is just a little bit wet. So let me bring this back in. And we will bring in our little banner. Remember this little guy? And I have my happy birthday mounted here on my clear block. And I will stamp that in Summer Splash. I know when Heather and Jennifer are going to watch this video, they're going to be like, Anna, what hot mess was that? All right, let's stamp it right in the middle. Okay, there we go. And now we can really close this one and get it out of the way. So let's go ahead and assemble our card. I don't know why I keep saying our. Where's my Stamp and Seal Plus? No, not Stamp and Seal Plus. Oh gosh, yeah. Can I please reset my brain? Okay. Humor is if you're still laughing. Or if you're laughing nonetheless. You see, it's not that easy to. We have, like, I'm telling you, if you've never did any German classes or whatever, we Germans love our sayings. We have so many idioms. And yeah. So if you ever feel like, oh, what is she talking about in my video tutorials, then yeah, I'm probably trying to transfer some German saying into English. But anyways, but that's what makes languages fun, right? Okay, so I have my Petunia Pop ribbon here. So I'm going to take some seal, some more. And I'm really bad at tying bows when I wrap them around layers, so this is just how I prefer to do it. It also saves me a little bit of ribbon. I do teach classes, so I have to be a little bit more resourceful with my supplies. Make sure that everybody gets enough. So that's a whole piece of ribbon that I saved there. Okay, now we can put this down on our card. We're almost done. If you made it this far, thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate you. I prefer to keep my video tutorials sweet and simple. And as before, I did not score, my card base. I don't know why I keep forgetting that now. Because usually I pre-fold them. I don't do that on camera. But I wanted to show you just like how you get your, if you got the advent calendar to craft along, I wanted to show you how everything comes packaged. Oh, that is so loud. I'm sorry. Okay. So let's bring this card home. All right, nice even border all around for our panel. You see, it's coming together. We have our banner here, so I will pop that up with some mini dimensionals. And I was trying to see, I don't want to make it too complicated, so we'll just stick with my original plan. So I will just, you could use, of course, use the regular dimensionals that we have. I just want to use up some mini dimensionals right now. So, okay, and then we're going to take these all off if they're willing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we will pop that up here right in the middle between our banners. So trying to keep it straight so it also holds down my ribbon a little bit more. So right now it's wiggling around, but there we go. And then we will glue down one of these with a mini glue dot, and I will just put that right there. I just use these up from our kits. I have so many of those. And then I'll just pop that right there. Okay, last finishing touch, bringing in the in color flat pearls again. So let's do one. Let's see, what did I do here? So I have a small peach pie down here, and then we'll use a big petunia pop one up here. Oh, come on, stick. And oh, is that done? I'm trying to think. So the Shy Shamrock looks very close to the Summer Splash. So I'm going to put one right here. I think I want to switch this one. Maybe a little bit closer. Yeah, there. All right, there we go. We made it. Thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. If you made it to the end of this video, I thought it was going to be much quicker, but I guess not. All right, so here you go. Just fun. I'm not even going to pretend like quick. It's quick to make in terms of creating the stencil from just punching it out with your 3-banner punch. Again, just a camera and light are kind of like in the way, so you can't really get in the right position to do this quickly. Anyways, this really was more of a chit chat video, more than I usually like to do. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this idea. And if you missed card number 1 and card number 2, the last 2 days here on my channel for our 3 Crafty Elves Advent Calendar, I will link them right here so you can watch them and enjoy them. And you can also you can start with yesterday's video, and from there you can also hop over to day number 1. Well, I shouldn't say day, but project. Because we're already on day number 15, so 10 more days till Christmas. Can you believe it? And I will be back with one more project before I hand over to Jennifer, and she will share 4 beautiful projects with you on her YouTube channel. But yeah, I'll see you back here tomorrow on my channel for project number 4 with the Banner Sayings bundle by Stampin' Up. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.